Good morning, students. How are you all? I hope that you all are doing good. In our last class, we had completed chapter 4, and today we will start chapter 5, A Stranger by the Window. So, this story is about a stranger who met Ruby. Ruby finds that her new book is with the man at the window. She is angry and asks the man to return it. But let's see what happened. How is that? Thought Ruby. That was her book, her new book. Ruby saw a book and she said, how's that? She had not even finished reading it. How was it with the man at the window? The window berth was just opposite the cubicle. Ruby and her mother were sharing with the lady on the bunk. Ruby and her mother were sharing a seat. A bunk means that long seat with a lady. Ruby had been enjoying chit-chatting with her friends, Mithu, in other cubicle. In other seat, her friend Mithu was sitting and she was chit-chatting with her friend. While coming back just at the entrance of the cubicle, she looked back and spotted the book. Just she looked back and she spotted her book there. How come my book is laying here? Ruby cried out. The man did not stir. He was busy reading a book. He did not even look up. He did not reply. He enraged Ruby. So Ruby asked that, how come my book is laying here? But that stranger who was sitting there, he didn't replied Ruby. Excuse me, she asked earnestly. Yes, the man replied without looking up. Busy reading? Oh, can I take my book? Ruby was angry. Your book? Which one? The man looked around. My book. Yes, this was Panchatantra. Ruby pointed out to the book laying amongst a host of other books and magazines kept by his side. Some books and magazines were kept by his side, that man's side, and Ruby pointed out on a particular book which was Panchatantra. Are you sure this is your book? The man asked. His face lit up with a faint smile. He kept on looking at her. This could be mine too, he quipped without waiting for an answer. Is he kidding? A book for children? His? She thought to herself. Ruby thought to herself that is this man is kidding? A book for children? His? Ruby could not control herself. She ran to Ma, picking up the book in haste. Mom, did not Manu uncle give me this book? Ruby asked, holding the book up. Yes, of course. What is it? Mother was curious. Now here Ruby took the book and she ran to mother and she asked that, Mama, this is the book that Manu uncle gave to me. Then Mama said, yes, of course. What happened? He has taken away my book. Then she complained to her mother that that man had taken my book. Now he wonders if the book belongs to me at all. Here now that man is wondering that this book belonged to her or not. Ruby's voice was full of emotion. In full of emotion, she said all this to her mother. But where did you keep it? Ma wanted to gauge the situation. Ma wanted to resolve all this situation. So she said, where did you keep it? They are in my bag over there. Ruby pointed to the corner of her berth. Ma was not sure if the man at the window had been to their side in the cubicle at any time during Ruby's absence. She did not remember to have noticed any such move on his part. On the other hand, he had been there all along, completely occupied with reading. The man was Ma was not sure that that man, that stranger, moved from his place. Huh? You should know how to look after your things while on a journey. Now sit. Now sit down and read if you like. Ruby's mother did not like any kind of commotion. The man at the window did not seem to mind it. He was friendly. He said, "If you think the book is yours, you—" And he was interrupted with a vehemence. "This is mine, of course. This is my Panchatantra, the book for children." Ruby held the book up, showing the cover as if to prove that children's books should remain only with children. But the man fumbled as he watched Ruby fumming. Well, you can keep it, baby." What man said? He said, "Well, you can keep it, baby." He quietly stood up, walked out of the compartment, leaving all the books, magazines, all belonging unguarded on his berth. After saying this, that "well, you can keep it, baby," that man moved from that place, walked out of the compartment, leaving all his books and magazines unguarded there. "Now you can keep it. You can keep it, baby." What does he mean? "I'm no longer a baby. I'm full 11 years old and not a careless little girl," thought Ruby. She sat down on her berth, opened the book, but was unable to concentrate. Her little mind was disturbed. Now Ruby was all the time thinking of that man, that why he said that "you can keep it, baby," because she thought that she is no longer a baby. She is a full 11-year-old. Now the train meanwhile built up the speed. Some passengers began moving and arranging their luggage. The destination was close. Ruby caressed the book on her lap. She could not afford to lose it again. The lady on the bunk watched her and threw a consolation, commenting. What the lady on the bunk on the other side, she just threw consolation, commenting. What she said? "You cannot do a thing." The man returned. He waited for a man returned. He waited for a minute, bundled up his things, and left the compartment, perhaps to wait at the exit door. What was the hurry? He could not jump out of the running train. Most disagreeable man, Ruby pondered. The train was pulling in the station. Ruby picked up her bag and started putting her little things in. "Mom, look please." Now Ruby's station also came. Then Ruby was start packing her things. "What is it?" Then she just called Mama, that "Mama, look please, what is it?" Mother asked. She stood up. "What is it, dear?" She repeated. "Look, my book is here. My copy of Panchatantra is here, in my bag." The copy in her hand was not actually hers. "Did you not check it before, girl?" "What an awful thing to do. This copy may be for his own children at home." So that another copy was of that man, that belongs to that man. But Ruby took that book of Panchatantra. Ruby was dazed, holding 2 copies of Panchatantra in 2 hands. She tried to hold back her tears. She was so sorry that she could not apologize to the man at the window. Now here you can see Ruby took both 2 books and she just was so sorry about not apologizing to that man at the window. And this story was written by K.R. Mitra. And what we message got here? Think before you act. Okay, whatever you act, whatever you say, but before saying or acting or before any action. You just have to think. Okay, so this is the story. We will complete word meanings, question and answers in our next class. You all had to read this lesson properly. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. That's all for today's class. We will meet in our next class. Till then, take care. Good day, students.